Welcome to Talkin Prescott Valley. I'm Marnie Yule, your host, Prescott Valley Chamber of Commerce, along with Gloria, and we got Ryan here today. Ryan Judy, our deputy town manager, and Eddie is behind the door. What do you think of our new studio, guys?
I think it's great.
Yeah. New
You've come
place.
a long way, lady.
After 13 years, why not?
Why not?
We decided we needed a refreshing the show up a little bit. Right now, we're still talking in Prescott Valley. Talkin PV, as we like to call it with a lot of love and a shortness. But we are changing our name eventually. Probably within the next 2 weeks, we'll be coming up with a new name. Again, a rebranding of the show that's been going on for now my 13th year.
That's correct.
We had a lot of times the radio and television.
Both.
And then the radio went away, and now it's just been the television show. And every 2 weeks, we have the opportunity to share wonderful guests with you. But we figure we're a little bit bigger. Maybe we're going global. Well, that's
Global
just
is
me.
good.
Catalyst.
Well,
catalyst for greater, bigger things.
Once you're on the web, you're on the web forever.
We're on the web. Oh yeah,
It's
good,
eternal.
bad, or indifferent,
It's
right?
eternal, yeah.
Speaking of on the web, joining me now is Neil Thomas. He is the president of the Prescott Regulators, one of the Prescott Regulators, and their shady ladies. How are you doing,
I'm
Neil?
doing great.
So
good
we
to
were
see
saying
you.
13 years.
13 years.
You were one of my first guests when I got here. And doing the
Shootout
show.
started 13 years ago, and so did you.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm part of your history.
You are. Absolutely.
Talking about you and helping share the wonderful work you do with your shootout, but then all of the money you raise goes to scholarships, which is especially near and dear to my heart, helping others.
Absolutely, and it's kind of a different scholarship because while it is military, it is not limited to combat veterans, which most of them are. We also count anyone who was in the military as well as their families and children.
Yes.
So a lot of different people qualify that can't get any help any other way, and it's through Yavapai College. We've been fortunate enough in the last few years over the shootout to put $5,000 worth of scholarships out. So
that's wonderful. So we do have the shootout coming up. It's an annual event, like you said, 13 years. It's happening. We got it July the 28th and 29th.
28th and 29th.
Fun event.
Absolutely. And it's free, and we bring in a town. We set it up we've moved down to Mile High Middle School, so everybody who's on the square this weekend, come on down. It is free. We have vendors, we'll have food, we'll have a beer garden. Beer garden this time is right by the side of where we're doing the reenactment, so you can sit there, have a sandwich and a beer, and enjoy yourself and relax and enjoy the day.
It is a great day. I've been out there on several occasions, and it's fun. And you've kind of moved it around, but now this is your second year out at Mile High.
It's our second year at Mile High, and it's been very good. Our reenactors particularly like it because when they get shot, they don't have to fall down in the gravel. So
it's better. It's easier to fall on the grass, right?
It's better to go home with grass stains than blood stains. Let me put it that way.
So reenactment, I mean, they actually get shot. But your organization practices so much safety.
We do,
and you make sure that not only your performers, your reenactors are safe, but the crowd is safe.
Absolutely. We've probably got the most stringent reenactment criteria in the country. Everyone that's on the Prescott Regulators has to have that carries any kind of a firearm has to have a concealed weapons permit, which means, of course, we get a cheap federal background check as well. And if a don't or can't get one, they're not allowed to carry a firearm. And we specifically use the real thing because the real things are, quite honestly, quite a bit safer than using a blank firing stage gun.
Right. And actually, you are the real thing. Your reenactors, your regulators and shady ladies actually are dressed in authentic, what would have been worn back in the 1800s.
Correct. We do 1866 to 1892, 1866 because we didn't want the poor ladies to have to go with the antebellum hoop skirts and everything else. And 1892 because that's when Congress declared the frontier closed. They started making semi-automatic weapons and machine guns, and they're a little hard to carry.
Right, right. So now your event this week, and also, as usually does every year, coincides with National Day of the Cowboy.
It does.
On July 28th.
And it's an exciting thing because, as you know, 3-4 years ago now, we put a ride together. We have a trail ride. This year we are looking at possibly 80 trail riders.
Wow.
It's a 10-mile trail ride. Once again, that's also, we're a 501c3. That also goes for our scholarship fund. And they get a shirt, rodeo-style shirt, and they get lunch and they get dinner and a couple of free drinks. And for $50, it's the best deal in town.
And a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. And they get to parade through downtown Prescott about 4 o'clock.
They do the ride. They come on back down into downtown Prescott, right to where you guys are over at Mile High Middle School.
Right, and it's kind of a unique deal because unlike literally all the trail rides that come into Prescott. This one is allowed on the reservation, and so we come through the reservation, which is a place most people don't get to ride, into Yavapai College, where they're picked up by a police escort and then escorted as a parade through downtown Prescott down to Mile High Middle School. So it's really a lot of fun.
Well, that sounds like just a parade in itself.
It is.
You definitely don't want to be downtown for that. That sounds like a lot of fun. Again, coming up, though, it's July 28th and 29th.
28th to 29th.
Free admission.
Free admission. We just ask if you come in, if you sit and watch one of the reenactments, please just throw $1 in the pot for
Tip.
us. Tip. And
We
if
like
you throw
tips.
in a lot of money, we'll give you a receipt, and you can write it off your taxes. The whole thing's a tax write-off.
Oh, very good, very good. And in addition to the reenactment, you have a lot of other things going on
do.
in that area.
Costume contest, food vendors, regular vendors. We'll have blacksmith down there working his trade, a lot of things. And we also are auctioning off several reenactment-style firearms, so they're there. And come down, have a lot of fun.
So if people can only go one day or the other, Saturday or Sunday, is it the same activities going on each day? You won't merely miss anything, or is there something better one day or the other?
I would say if I had to pick that it's about what you just said. Saturday and Sunday, we have 3 groups that we've invited in that are reenactment groups that are competing for cash. Top group gets $1,000. That is Saturday and Sunday both. We have Dr. Buck and the Wild Bunch who will be performing Saturday and Sunday. Regulators, which will be performing about 4 times, as well as the Arizona Gunfighters. And I don't know if you know this or not, but the Regulators just won their 5th in the last 8 years Best in the West Award from True West Magazine for the best reenactment group in the country.
I did know that.
And last year and this year, the Shootout on Whiskey Row won the best Wild West show in the United States. So come on down. It's your own hometown people. See what's going on. See the history of as it was or should have been.
And you get up close and personal with all
do.
of you guys,
Yep.
you and the lovely ladies.
Yep, and there'll be 150, 200 people in costume. We also have the costume contest on Saturday, so that might be an advantage coming down.
Coming Saturday. So this is the Shootout on Whiskey Row happening Saturday and Sunday, July 28th and 29th, right down at Mile High Middle School. Again, no admission charge. Just come on out and spend the whole day. Meet the regulators, watch the reenactments. It is fun like you've never had.
You're right.
Going back into a time when things were simpler and a little more wilder.
Absolutely.
As they will see when they come out and see you
You
guys.
got
Those
it.
stories you guys tell are just amazing. And they always wind up with a shootout.
That's
so
right.
come on out. National Day of the Cowboy, July 28th. Shootout on Prescott Road, July 28th and 29th. Neil Timons, president of the Prescott Regulators Shady Ladies. We'll see you out there.
All right.
Thank you. Short break here on Talkin in Prescott Valley. We
All
did
right.
good in our
We did
studio
good.
for the first time. We'll be right back.
You can't text and pay attention to the world around you, and you definitely can't text and drive. Every year, deaths due to distracted and negligent driving are increasing. In fact, while drunk driving rates have dropped greatly, negligent driving fatalities have skyrocketed. Find out more at negligentdriving.com.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
And welcome back to Talkin PV again. What a great location we're having here. New studio, new look, new branding. Gloria, I think we got it working. Eddie's behind the closed doors. We got Ryan Judy here on the camera. Woohoo! We got the big guns out here. Speaking of Prescott Valley, joining me now is Shelby Marks, teen librarian with the Prescott Valley Library. How are you, Shelby?
I'm great. How about you?
Good, good. You just perfect. We wore black today.
Yes.
You know, Miss got the memo. You know that makes you look thinner on camera.
Right.
Just saying. You know. Right, Tom? Yeah, no, he doesn't know. He doesn't worry about that. Anyway, we're talking about an event coming up called your Fandomanium. Fandomania.
Yes.
Fandomania. It's a Comic-Con event coming up at the Prescott Valley Library. Something you guys put together. It sounds like a ton of fun.
Absolutely. So it's July 28th, Saturday, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and it's a whole day's worth of fandom events. So come in costume for whatever you're interested in and enjoy our vendors that will be there. We have about 20 vendors coming, and this includes local artists and authors as well as local businesses. And then we also have several food vendors that will be outside as
Okay,
well.
I just have a question now because we're going to jump back to a lot of people watching the show may not be familiar, not sure where they're at, where they live, but
Sure.
a Comic Con kind of event. What is it?
Right. So it's a huge convention that pretty much just celebrates all things nerdy and fan related. So it's not just comic related. Of course, it's
Not like but like superheroes,
anything you're
and
interested in. TV shows, books, movies, whatever you're into. Is
Powderpuff
celebrated.
Girls and
Yeah.
all those kinds of things. Rangers,
Yeah, anything. You
Power
can celebrate
Rangers.
whatever.
I'm trying to think
Star
of some of those
Wars,
things.
Star Trek, those kind of things.
So anything,
Anything.
science fiction, comic book, Marvel, superheroes, that kind of stuff related.
Right, and it used to be a lot more comic related specifically, but it's really expanded to welcome other types of fans into the fray as well. So there's the TV aspect as well as anybody who's interested
Like
in
my favorite
movies.
Martian. Some of you are going like, who's that? But Gloria goes, I know who that is. Ray Walston. Pretty good, huh, Tom? Anyway, back to
I don't
this.
know who those are.
Shelby just aged us, Gloria. I just want you to say. Okay, but Superman and that. And
Right,
you've
yes.
got your special costume. We're not going to even mention that because that'll be a surprise. Because what is a big part of a Comic-Con event, or Fandomania in this case, is that cosplay.
Right.
Which
Absolutely.
is costume play. I finally found that out. Cosplay, where people actually dress up as their favorite superheroes, Chewbacca, or whatever, and participate. And I have to say, I used to go to the Renaissance Festival, which was always fun. And I used to dress up
Right.
in the medieval garb and that kind of thing. And when you do that, you cease being an attendee and you become a part of the
Totally.
play. And it makes it so much more fun.
Absolutely. And if you ever go to a Comic-Con like Phoenix Comic Fest,
Which is
or-
huge.
It is humongous, or the international one in San Diego. If you're not dressed up, you're out of place. So you're kind of the outlier if you're not dressed up. So.
Yeah, you're the tourist.
Right.
You
Exactly.
know, like, who are you?
Right. Have you
Well,
been here before?
Yeah, you know, don't you, why are you so lazy? That's it, to come up with a costume. And I tell you, I have some dear friends. Gosh, I gotta mention Claire Luge is a friend of mine. I know her. She is amazing, does fantastic cosplay costumes. And Amber Bosworth, who's a theater person with me, oh my gosh, she has cosplay like you won't believe. And another one I mentioned, we're talking about costumes and who you might dress as. She dressed as Ariel.
Oh, very
You
nice.
know, from the Mermaid?
Little Mermaid.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter what the genre is as far as, the science fiction or the fantasy world.
Right.
As, when you come in there.
Right. You can be whoever you want to be.
And it can be as complicated or as simple, because we don't want people to get crazy and say, kids, you can come on out. Oh, but by the way, be a knight, be a princess. I mean, all
Exactly.
those
You don't have
kinds
to
of
be a
things.
specific character. You can be whatever you
Right.
want to be. And a lot of people make their own costumes. People who are really into cosplay are really into cosplay, and they make some amazing costumes
True.
from scratch. I do not have those skills, so I bought my own costume.
Well, but you are available.
Yes.
The Comic-Con, actually, something like this, Fandomania puts Halloween kind of like in a different world, because this is a whole universe of fantasy that comes together at one time.
Yes.
Is there a fee to attend these activities all day?
No, so the entire event is free. There will
Wow.
be vendors, local businesses and things that are selling some of their stuff. Game On, Arizona's coming, Black Box Gaming, all of them, they will be available to purchase. But the whole day's worth of workshops and games and events are all free.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have to sign up for anything?
No registration is required for anything.
Is there a contest, like who has the best costume?
There
or
is. We are having
something?
a cosplay fashion show.
What time is that?
Should be at 3. It might be subject to change.
Well, you got to look at your calendar, because, I
Right.
mean, it goes from 10 to 5. I mean, the best way to do it is just come for the whole day.
Absolutely.
And experience the whole thing. But, sometimes on a Saturday, you've got some other things going on. You want to make sure you're come to see part of it. And I would love to see the fashion show.
Oh, that's going to be so cool. We have our auditorium set up with like a red carpet, so you'll walk the catwalk, and that's how you're part of the competition.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Okay, is all these like a time schedule listed on your Facebook, not Facebook, or website?
Yes, so there's a website specifically for this event. You can find it linked from our website, pvlib.net, and the full agenda will be on there by the end of the week.
Oh, excellent, excellent. So you get it. You don't want to miss anything.
Don't want to miss anything.
And then you can come stay for lunch and have a good time. And I think we're giving you plenty of time now to start planning your cosplay costume.
Absolutely.
You know, Ryan, maybe a tunic and a sword, you know, or something like that. Okay. Or one of those body green men stocking things. You know, you ever see that? Those people are crazy, but they like become anonymous, but they're so fun, you know? So it doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah, it's just obviously, you know, keep it tasteful and obviously, you know, be sensitive to the fact that anything that's weaponry or something like that, you
Absolutely.
definitely have to make that fake stuff.
We do have a weapons policy. It's available on the website as well.
Oh, see, I knew that.
Yep.
You got to watch out for these things. So lots of good things going on at the library, but let's
Yes.
mark this Saturday, July the 28th from 10 to 5 at the Prescott Valley Library. Come and spend the whole day with your fantasy friends from all over. Anything else going on over there? You're winding your summer down, had summer reading.
Yes,
and all
summer
that.
reading. We have a film festival coming up, a teen film festival. And speaking of working with Claire, we're putting together an epic role play adventure in September for our teens, and that's going to be
She's
pretty
trying to
amazing.
recruit me to be a part of that.
You
with
should.
her.
It's going to be so much fun. Yeah,
she's
we're going to
one
have
of
a blast.
My theater friends, and I'm thinking,
Yes, absolutely.
that sounds like fun.
It is going to be so cool. You should
Yeah,
definitely
we'll be
join
talking
us.
about that. But that's again the end of
That's Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day weekend. Hey, I'm in town. Perfect.
Perfect.
So lots of good things going on. Prescott Valley Library. Shelby Marks, the teen librarian. Your website one more time.
Is pvlib.net.
And for all information and more of what's going on, Fandomania, Comic-Con event coming up here at the Prescott Valley Library, something you don't want to miss. Bring the kids out. Very family friendly.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely. All ages.
All ages. No charge. Come on out. Saturday, July 28th here at the Prescott Valley Library. Thank you, Shelby Marks.
Thank you.
And we're going to go work on my cosplay costume here. Talking Prescott Valley. We'll be right back.
Food. It nourishes, brings us together, and adds flavor to life. That's why it's important to wash hands, surfaces, and fresh produce. Keep raw meat, poultry, and seafood separate from ready-to-eat foods like fruits and vegetables. And cook to proper temperatures using a food thermometer. Enjoy! And refrigerate leftovers within 2 hours. For more tips on safely preparing foods, visit homefoodsafety.org.
Did you know parking over tall, dry grass can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
And welcome back to Talkin in Prescott Valley. Marnie, your host, and joining me now for our inaugural show here in our new studio is my dear friend Tom Agostino with Folk Sessions.
What an honor to
Thank
be
you.
part of your first show, Monty's World.
Yeah, Marnie's, oh my gosh! Because my world is huge. I love that.
Yeah.
What? I never. Oh, that's true.
That's
I'm never
true.
retired.
Unless somebody named Marnie comes on and
Oh boy,
calls.
and you know they don't.
Not
I
too
don't
many
think
of
they
them around,
kind of broke that mold, you know. So how are you?
Oh, I'm really well.
Going
I'm
through the
really
summer.
well.
We're into
Yeah.
July.
Exciting times.
Yeah.
Boy, what a town. In one weekend, you have reenactors shooting each other up. You have aliens invading Prescott Valley Library. Got folk music. I mean,
music,
wow.
I
What
know.
a place we live in.
I know.
Oh, my gosh.
People say, "What is there to do here?" Obviously, they're not calling us, Tom, because we could tell them.
Yeah,
You
you
just turn your head and there's
Pick a
something
block
going
and
on.
there's something happening.
Well, Gloria and I laugh because we say, you know, we do shows and talk about how much stuff's going on over a weekend. And we said,
Mm-hmm.
you can do it all, or you can do at least 3 things, because we usually took Saturday and a Saturday night and a
Right.
Sunday,
Yeah.
and we call it our trifecta, you know.
Yeah.
And so this
Yeah.
could be
Yeah.
one of those trifectas
Yeah,
with,
and
you know,
fun
all of this
events.
going on.
I have my grandkids here in the studio because I love them to see these kind of things, and they're going to cosplay. They're picking their costumes. They're designing.
I heard them out of the corner of my ear. Yes, yes. We'd be interested to hear what costumes you guys got when we break here. But we got to talk about folk sessions and what you've got going on.
We're doing our 11th season under the stars at the Highland Center in that beautiful outdoor amphitheater.
Beautiful. It is beautiful out there.
Truly one of the most special places to spend a summer evening.
And it's close.
Yeah, and it's just and the Highland Center is off the grid, meaning it's all powered solar. There's no electricity. So we have everything's powered solar, but it's so quiet.
Oh, yes.
In the night, you have bats flying through the stage. So it was fun to see the artists performing on the stage. Also, bat flies by.
I know. Big moths and things. But that's the beauty of being outdoors. Hello. You expect critters.
Yeah, so we're doing our 11th season, which is really exciting. And this year we're doing something a little different. We're partnering with the Highland Center to do two Sunday festivals.
Okay.
And that are going to combine events in the Discovery Gardens and a concert in the amphitheater. And we're really excited about the one in August 12th. We're going to do a Woody in the Woods Fest. We're going to celebrate Woody Guthrie because it's the 75th anniversary of the Columbia River songs, which was a time he went to Washington when they were putting in the dam. And he was actually hired by the power company there. And he was there for 30 days and wrote 25 songs.
Wow.
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 So we're going to celebrate that, and we have a whole bunch of really good musicians coming up from the Valley, and Brad Newman, who does a kind of one-person Woody Guthrie himself, he's going to host it.
Oh, fun. Yeah. He's another Brad's World kind of a thing, too.
Yeah.
Everybody knows him, and he's just so talented.
Yeah.
Next to you.
Oh, well, come on.
Next to you. So this is Sunday, August the 12th. It's from 1 to 5 p.m. I've already marked it on my calendar. I'm a Woody Guthrie fan, so I think no better way to spend a Sunday afternoon than fabulous music at the Highland Center. Just a wonderful, wonderful day. So, again, that is $15 admission or $10 if you're a Highland Center member.
And $5 for kids, for youth.
The children.
Utes.
We want the children there.
We want the youths there.
We want the youths there. We've got to expose them to the
Yeah, we're going to do a whole youth program, sing-alongs and all that kind of stuff. But we're going to kick everything off, and I'm calling it my Under the Stars concert on that same weekend, the 27th, a Friday night, before the shootout and the cosplay. That Friday night, Under the Stars, we're going to open our season, and we're inviting some wonderful musicians. We're going to invite JC and Lainey from the Valley. Lainey is my favorite vocalist in Arizona, my favorite female vocalist. She's just so good. And they were the 2016 Grammy Amplifier nominees, so they have some creds. And Arizona Trooper Jim Pipkin.
I know all these names. I've seen these people the years that we've been together, and
Jim
I just love them.
He's an amazing, amazing guy and one of the best songwriters around. He wrote a beautiful song for the Granite, Fallen that he'll perform. It's really a beautiful tribute song. And Karen Dizelle from L.A., she came out. She was a guest at our 15th anniversary concert, and she blew the house out. She just kind of came in. I invited her to join us.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah, come on up on the stage, do a couple of songs, and blew everybody away. So she's going to be part of it. So it's just going to be a wonderful night under the stars.
So this is Friday night, July 27th at 7 o'clock.
Yeah,
Okay.
and if you haven't been, we get really good crowds there. Normally we sell out our shows, so I recommend, of course, getting your tickets early. But it really doesn't matter who performs, because just being out there on the summer night.
I agree.
So
I agree.
nice.
Just being out at the Highland Center, period, though. I mean, taking advantage of, obviously, the wonderful music that Folk Sessions brings to it, but just as a venue and an outdoor day, just go spend the day.
Yeah, the
I
Discovery
just
Gardens. And just a little announcement, if you don't know that, the Discovery Gardens now, there's no charge.
No charge to
They are
come in.
open all the time.
Even
and
on the weekends, because there used to be a small fee, but not anymore.
no.
So we just want everybody to come out and experience the outdoors. And what's nice about the Discovery Gardens, it is handicap accessible, gets people out, get along the trail and see the beautiful outdoors.
Yeah, it's meant for that. It's meant for,
Right.
we have a lot of we bring a lot of seniors, buses, loads of seniors come there. And we have some really great videos of literally an army of walkers walking the
That's
trail.
perfect, though.
And it's so cool.
I love that,
Yeah.
and again, it's not just handicap. It's just seniors, maybe a little walking challenge,
With
perhaps.
interpretive signs
So-
to let you
right.
know what's out, what you're looking at.
And you're experiencing still the outdoors, just, not along those rugged trail paths that
Yeah.
many of us are still able to do. But so many more things going on. Again, you also have Americana Fest 6 in August, but we'll
Yes.
bring you back and talk about
And
that.
the natural woman, which
Ah,
unfortunately
yes.
you will not be able to join us this time.
It is September the 9th, but again, I'm on your radar, though.
You are.
know I'm on your radar. So again, the Woody in the Woods Fest, that
Woody in the
is
Woods
Sunday,
Fest.
August
That's
12th.
gonna
I
be
talk
fun.
about that. That's going to be an amazing. So from 1 to 5, and then again, coming up Friday, July 27th, that'll be part of our trifecta. You go see the JC and Laney, and then you do that at the Highland Center, and then you can go Comic Fest, Comic-Con,
Saturday,
Fandomania,
and see this-
and then you can go
this,
to the regulators
And
that
we'll see
weekend.
some cowboys and shady ladies.
But you started all off with wonderful music.
Yeah, and it's all in the
Being
same
outdoors.
theme. So they're all connected too, and
Because
in
this
interesting
wonderful world we
kind of way.
live in, and especially our area.
And I recommend going to our website, folksessions.com, because we do a lot of ticket giveaways, special little things that to make you have a good experience. There's so much stuff in town, and really, as part of the presenter community,
Yes.
we really want you to come out to our event. So, however we can make it easy for you, and however we can make it a more enjoyable experience, that's what we try to do.
Well, come out and be a part of Thomas' World and Marnie's World.
Yeah, you
We'll have some fun. Tom Agostino, Folk Sessions, thank you again. Your website one more time.
Folksessions.com.
Tickets and join us out. Beautiful concerts, music under the stars. I'll be out there. So you come too. Okay. Thank you for joining us here. Our first show here in our new studio. We hope you enjoy it. And we'll see you back in 2 weeks with more going on in Talkin TV.